Hello everyone, I want to start working and doing a few pages in my new winter Daphne's Diary magazine journal. This is the journal that I made last week, and for anybody who's interested I'll leave the link to the tutorial in the description box below. But I basically used the front cover of issue number 8 of the Daphne's Diary magazine, which is the last edition in the series this year. Daphne's Diary only publish 8 magazines in a year, only I should say. 8 beautiful magazines at that, but I used the front cover for the front and then the back cover for the back, and then all of the pages inside are just pages from the diary itself. Now I used, let me just show you if I can find it, part of the poster that was in the magazine for one of the pages in my diary. And let me just open this out because it's just so beautiful. And the bottom half of the poster was this beautiful fox image, and I did at first think that I was going to use this as a page as well, and decided not to, because what I'd like to do is add this to the back so that I can have the fox image in his entirety in the middle of my page. I think that will just be a much better use of this wonderful image. I'm just going to make it really simple. I'm just going to apply glue. I'm going to be using my Pritt glue stick to the whole of the back of this page, and then I shall stick it on using the border here. I can just about see it through the edge like this. I want it to go as far over to the left as possible, and that will form my page, and then maybe we can add some embellishments as well. I'm going to be working on a piece of parchment paper. This is just regular old baking paper, just to make sure that I don't end up getting in a horrible gluey mess. I'm going to start off by focusing on the edges. I just want to make sure I've got plenty of glue around the edges, and then we'll add some in the centre as well. So here we are. I've got glue absolutely everywhere. Parchment paper is definitely your best friend. And then I'm just going to make sure that I get this to the edge as best as I can. And then I'm just going to use a bone folder now just to smooth this down. If I can find it, here it is. And I think the easiest way to trim this is for me to take it off to the paper trimmer and trim the straight edges, and then just round it again with my corner rounder. Isn't that just absolutely beautiful? So that's what it looks like there, and that's the back. And I thought to give this a bit of festive cheer and to make it my own as well, I'd use my Wink of Stella pen. I haven't used this for a long time. It's just a glitter brush. And I thought perhaps that I could add some glitter just over the little robin redbreast here, just on his red breast. So I'll add some here. I want to avoid his eye and his beak, just have it on his breast. And if I tilt that, can you just see that sparkle? It's just gorgeous. I thought I'd also do the same on the bauble here as well. Why not? Let's just do one and I'll show you what the sparkle looks like. They do them in lots of different colours. They do it in gold as well. But I particularly like this one here and the clear. I've got the gold, the clear, and this one which is the silver. At least I think it is. Yeah, this one's the silver. But look how pretty I used the silver for the robin redbreast and the baubles, and I'm just using the gold, so exactly the same thing, just in the gold colour. I thought the gold would go really well with the brown tones of the fox. But doesn't this look just absolutely lovely? I might even add in some white detail again when I've finished. I've given this a quick dry with my heat tool, but just look at that beautiful sparkle. It's just gorgeous. And I'm just going to go over this now with my ZSCM acrylic paint marker, just to give that a bit of brightness in the snowy areas, just to bring those back in. I think it's easier to do this than sort of go round the snow, which would have been really difficult. I just love this page so much, and of course once I started with the glitter I just couldn't stop. I've added some to the stars and then a little bit to the bird's tail and the tips of his feathers, as the tips of his wings as well. Isn't that just gorgeous? I hope you're picking up that beautiful shine. This, as you can see, is back in the journal now, and I did end up adding some of the Wink of Stella to the star here and the one on the front of this little spread. I don't know what I'm going to do to this side here, or whether I'll end up adding something else to this. I don't know, we'll see. But I want to skip now to the back because I've got an idea as to what I want to do with this little spread here. I've got this left over from last year's journal, and it means Merry Christmas to you in Scottish Gaelic, and I just thought that that would cover up that area there. I'm just going to stick this down like this, and then if I get it in the right place I can just trim off the excess. So I think I'll do that first. This is a bit fragile, as you can see. So we've got that glued down and cut off. I do like the image that I've got on the left hand side, although I do want to do something on the left part here because this is where I tore it out, and it's rougher and thicker here. But I do want to start off by doing something with these pages here. I'm going to take this one out to start off with. Hang on, let me just, yeah, no, that will work. And what I was thinking, we've got some papers in the back of the magazine here. I was thinking that we could use this. Let me just tear this out. I want to use this rosy pink page. So let's have a look and see how we can do this. I want to cover the whole of the left-hand side, but I want to preserve this image here of the Christmas carol singers. And what I'm thinking is that if I have this all the way over as far to the left, then I'll definitely have room for it all to fit on, because of course this is a bit jaggedy here. I'm just going to make a pencil mark here and another one here as well, so that I know where to cut. And then of course I need to measure how far down I need to go, and I need to go down 5.5 centimeters. So let's have a look. Let's do this as well, because then I can just cut that piece out. So we'll do that. I'm just lining the edge of the ruler. Can you see what I'm doing? Am I in camera shot? Edge of the ruler, so that I get a straight line, 5.5, and then I can just draw that over there and then just cut that out with a craft knife. So there we go. Have I done this right? The moment of truth. Oh, fingers crossed. Yeah, you see, that will do fine. I think what I will do is just ink around the edges, just to, you know, hide any areas of discrepancy. I'm just using an ink pad with some ink already on it. I've got no idea what colour this is, probably vintage photo. I've cut this more or less to the same height as that, and I'm just going to add glue all over the back. I think this will be the easiest way to do it. Let's get rid of that globby. Just make sure I've got plenty around the edges. There we are. That's good enough. And then what I want to do is add some of this washi tape here just to cover up this edge. I've chosen this one here. It's not one from the Daphne's Diary advent calendar. It's one that was lying around on my desk, but I just thought that the red went really well with the red on the opposite side of the page. Fold this over so that it covers up that raggedy edge. That looks better. Whoops. Oh dear. And then I can cut off the excess. I'm happy with how that looks, and it may well be that I find a quote that I want to add here, but I want to find something now to cover up the left-hand side. I did find something in the magazine. Here we go. I thought that this card here would be perfect. Colour-wise, it's ideal, so I'm just going to chop this out, and this is just perforated, so I can just pop it out here. So she says, don't tear it, Nina. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Now the idea with this is that you fold the card like this, and the bauble kind of stands up proud. I want to glue it flat. I am going to take this off to the paper trimmer though, because I've got some excess around the edge that I don't like. And then I do want to glue this flat. I found this piece of paper here, which was lying in my stash basket. I think it was from one of the pages from last year. And I'm going to use this just to add a little bit of detail to the left hand side. Before I stick my card down, I don't want any of this grey area here showing, so I'm just going to unfold it. In fact, actually it might be easier if I keep it folded, and I've got this washi tape that came in the advent calendar, and I'm just going to cut off a piece of this and just try and centralize it. Let's have a look. How does that look? That's pretty good. And then just fold this over like this. It will strengthen the spine of the page and just cover up that edge as well. And then I can just stick this down like this. And yep, that gives me the opportunity then to use this as a border. I think that will look much better. That looks so pretty, but I found the perfect embellishments to go on either side here. We've got a bauble and a candy cane on page 81, so I'm just going to fussy cut these out. Those were a little bit fiddly, I'm not going to lie, but I can just glue these on, I think, like so. Moving backwards through the magazine again, I've got this much of this paper here, and what I was thinking was that I could use this to cover up the background of this page here. I just really like this paper with the colour of the stars and the berries. I think that looks really pretty, so I think I'm just going to glue that down. Let me just take this page out of the journal. Now, I haven't got enough to cover the whole of this, and that's absolutely fine because I love this part of this page here. So I'm just going to leave it there so that we've still got this text. So let's see what we can do with these pages. I absolutely love that background next to this. I've pulled out this page here from the journal, the hedgehog. I just really like the leaf detail, so let me tear that out. I'm not sure how much room I've got to play with. Let's have a look. We've got about 5 inches. So let's take this out. I think that will make it easier. So let's pop that there. How much of this can we fit on? What I'd like to do, because I don't want to cover up the whole of this orange, I think it's absolutely lovely. So if I limit myself to 6 inches, right? Okay, so I could cut out some of these leaves here, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. That was quite easy to cut out actually, because I just followed the lines of the leaves. So I just need to decide where I want to glue this down, and I'll go ahead and do that. And then I feel as if I need to find something to go at the top. That's glued on, and so I just need to cut the excess away. Did anybody notice that I was gluing him on upside down? Never mind, it really doesn't matter. So we've now got the hedgehog on the right hand side of the page, and of course this page left still to fill. I want to add some metallics to my leaves, but before I do that, I fussy cut, hang on, let me show you. This was the leftover piece from the fox. I think it was the other side of the plate. There you go. And there were these 2 images that were on the bottom. We've got this gold leaf here and this little berry. And what I'm thinking, I don't want these to go to waste. I'm thinking that I can maybe stick the mistletoe on here. And I think then, because this is in gold, it will go with the gold and metallic theme I've got planned for the hedgehog on the other side. We've also got this berry, and I'm going to glue this on as well. It just, you know, saves wasting it. I'm glad I decided to add these extra bits and pieces on, and I'm now wondering whether I should fussy cut the thistle out as well. Let's do it and see what it looks like. So let's see where we can put this. Maybe about here. There, perhaps. I'm going to take my page out because I'm going to use watercolours to colour my hedgehog in, and I don't want it going everywhere. How shall I cover up the left as well, because I don't want in fact, what I think I'll do is, if I put a piece of deli paper inside, that should protect that. And I think I'm also going to put a glass mat or something, but in fact I'll use parchment paper down to protect my desk because I don't want a horrible watery mess. That should do. Let's elevate this and add some metallics to these leaves. Now I am going to be using my Etcher watercolour set. These are all pearlescent watercolours. This is the palette here, and they've got this gorgeous olive green. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to use the olive to do a wash all over the leaves and then highlight it in, I think, this deep gold, which will be absolutely beautiful. So let me just move my palette over so that you can actually see what I'm doing. I've got 2 watercolour jars as well. I've already added some water to this. Now I'm wondering whether perhaps I should add some of this to one of the trays. I think I should, because I don't want this to be too dark, but this colour I think will match really well with the greenery in the background. I don't want it to be too wet either, because of course I don't want to make a mess and have too much buckling if I can help it. I'm not going to be too precious about this. I'm just going to go all over the leaves. In fact, let's just go over the whole of the thing so that it's really quick and easy. And this looks nothing at the moment, but the sparkle comes out when these dry. This is dry now, and if I hold it up, I don't know whether you can see the beautiful sparkle. It's just gorgeous. Now I used my Fumui number 6 paintbrush to do that, and I'm going to use a springier, more detailed brush to do the gold highlights, and this is the Martini watercolour brush that I got from Stationery Pal. It comes in a box like this, so I want to try this out. These are really springy brushes and hopefully will, you know, give me the opportunity to do the detail that I want. So I said that I wanted to use the deep gold, and I'm going to go directly out of the pan for this. I might need to add more water as I go along, and all I want to do is just add some gold just around the rims here. So I'm going to do, I think I'll do all of those first, and then I do want to add some to the circles, and whether I'll go for the same colour or not, I'm not sure yet, but let's just do this. And I do want to add it here as well. I'm not going to add gold absolutely everywhere, but I just think this will give me the touch that I need. So I'm going to start off by doing this first. In fact, actually, I might as well just do all the details as I go along, mightn't I? Why come back and do more? Let's add this to the dots as well. I think this is going to look absolutely stunning. I'm so glad I decided to add the touches of metallics. Let me just hold it up. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I did go over the details of the leaves with a fine liner. I just used my Marvi Uchida fine liner. So I just need to add that back into the journal and see if I can find something to go at the top. I was thinking maybe some gold stars or something. Let's see. These gold stars were in a package of Happy Mail that I've received from a friend of mine. Let's see if I can peel these off my finger, but I thought that I could maybe add, I don't know, just a few of these. I don't want to go completely overboard. I've got a few more as well if I think I'd like to add more of them, but I think that should be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's add 7 because I always like to have an odd number. Don't overthink where they go, Nina. That will do fine. So let me just glue these down. And I'm just going to use a tiny dot of art glitter glue. Whoops, we had a bubble there. Use the lid here to wipe away the excess. Let's bring in a microfiber cloth as well to do away with the excess, and I'm just going to glue all of these down. Isn't that just so lovely? Oh gosh, I think the stars were the perfect addition to this page. I was thinking at one point of adding some foliage, but I think it would have just been far too much. So I think I'm going to do one more page today. I need to find something to go on this side here. For this page here, I want to stick with the gold theme. I'm going back to Daphne's Diary, issue number 8, 2020. 22. And we've got this beautiful gold bauble here, which I think I'm going to fussy cut out. I might even cut out these stars as well, and we'll see what these look like. I've just realised as well that we've got this beautiful border on the other side, so I'm just going to be really careful about how I remove this, just so that I can cut the centre away. Let's see what we can do with these baubles. So bring back my page, and I was thinking I could have the bauble here, and then maybe we could use a couple of these stars. Now, how do I want them to go? I've also toyed with the idea of perhaps using some of this star washi tape, and perhaps adding a thin strip of this down the middle. I think I am going to do that, you know. I've taken the page out of the journal to make it easier to work on. I really do like the addition of that washi tape. I've also decided that I want to add some Wink of Stella to these stars. Let's add that, make them even more gold. This is the gold Wink of Stella pen. Really easy to use. You could use watercolours, as I did for the previous page, if you don't have one of these or anything similar. So we'll just do this, and then I need to set this off to one side for that to dry, and do exactly the same with the other one as well. And whilst I've got my pens at hand, I'm just going to add some clear to the bauble itself. I've already added the gold to the top, but you know, let's go out full on sparkle, shall we? So that's it, everybody, my final sparkly page. Let me just stand up and see if I can show you the glow, as it were. And let me remind you of what we've done today. So of course we've got this page here and the beautiful gold hedgehog. I love that one. I think it's beautiful. We've got the gorgeous fox, just making sure that I'm in camera shot here, with all of the wonderful sparkle on this page here as well. We've certainly gone with the sparkle today, haven't we? And then going back, we've also got this spread here at the back as well. So the beautiful globe, the carol singers, and it may well be that I add some kind of quote if I find something appropriate. But that's it for today. Now, of course, we've only got a week to go until Christmas Day, so I want to take the opportunity to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, because in all honesty, I don't know whether I'm going to have the opportunity to post any more videos next week. But if you've enjoyed my video today, as always, I'd very much appreciate a thumbs up. Do, of course, let me know which page is your favourite, but most importantly, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.